Guys, I got a favor to ask. After you watch this video, go over to my backup channel at the View from Appalachia. I'll put a link, description box below in the first pinned comment. The View from Appalachia. Go to that channel and subscribe because that is my backup channel, my second channel. If this channel here is taken down or if I'm giving community strikes and I can't upload to this channel, I can go over to that channel and upload. So if you go subscribe to that, we can still yet stay in contact. So be sure to subscribe to the View from Appalachia. Now, I know a lot of people are prepping and they are doing everything they can to get ready for what is coming. However, unfortunately, a lot of people still aren't doing anything, and they're making every excuse that they can come up with why they aren't prepping. And I think that a lot of people think that they will be able to vote and that Donald Trump is going to get elected and everything is going to be okay. Could happen. I don't really think so. But you want to be preparing regardless, in my opinion, because I think that regardless of who goes into office, who they place in office, or whoever we elect that goes into office, I think it doesn't really matter as far as chaos goes, because either way we're going to have chaos in this country. And I think it's going to be much worse than it was in 2020. You know, the whole January 6th thing and the Black Lives Matter riots and Antifa and things will be there again, but this time it's going to be even worse in my opinion. And this is going to affect, you know, the food supply. It's going to affect the supply chain because of everything going on. The cities are burning. You know, we saw before, we saw a lot of food processing plants just burning down, blowing up and things like that. And in my opinion, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm totally wrong. However, in my opinion, from looking at what I've seen over the last 4 years and what's been being said, I think it's going to be a lot worse this time. And it doesn't matter who goes in, it's going to be chaos in my opinion. If you look at the video I made a few days ago, where I was talking about, and I see other channels talking about this too now, where they have changed the rules. And they've changed the rules to where the military, United States military, not the National Guard, but the full duty active military. They've changed the rules where they can use lethal force against U.S. citizens on U.S. soil. So that shows me that they are expecting a lot of chaos, and they know that this is coming. And the economy is getting worse. I mean, they may know that the economy is going to crash, the dollar is going to crash, and what that's going to bring. It may be over this election or selection, they're expecting all this chaos and turmoil. So they're putting that in place because they think it's going to be bad enough that they need to bring the United States active military into the United States to keep order against United States citizens. So that, something that would be that drastic, that the local police, the state police, you know, the National Guard couldn't do it on their own, couldn't keep peace. They're going to call in the full-time active military and make it where they can actually fire upon United States citizens, possibly drone strike U.S. citizens, I can't talk today, drone strike U.S. citizens here on American soil. I mean, that is horrific to think about, and it sounds crazy, but they put it in place this year recently, so they know something major is coming. So you need to be getting prepared, because who knows, in 3 months you might not be able to get anything. Hopefully you can, I don't know, but the way it's looking, everything is lining up to be very, very serious and to be a whole lot of chaos. And even if it isn't chaos where you are in your town, everything is tied in together. The supply chain is tied in together. So even if you don't have violence in your town right then and somewhere else, most likely you will later, because there'll be a shortage of supplies in your town also, because it's not coming through the supply chain to your area. Most things are shipped from somewhere else, brought into your county, brought into the United States. So major supply chain issues will affect even us out here in these rural areas. Also, the cities are burning and the processing plants are burnt down, destroyed. It's going to be difficult to get, what we need. So try to get prepared now if at all possible. I mean, I know if you're just starting out now, you're getting a late start and you're definitely far behind where you need to be at. But do what you can. I mean, I made a video about a year ago where I suggested that everyone take at least $20 a week and spend that on survival supplies, especially food. If you go to the supermarket and you're going to normally spend, $100, spend $120 and take that 20 and put it on, long-term storage foods like canned foods, for example, and do that every week. Spend $20 on extra food, extra survival supplies, mainly food, and put that back. Next week, $20. Next week, $20. And at the end of the month, you'll have $80 worth of survival food put in place. It's not going to be a lot, but $80 worth of canned goods, not bad for a month. If you can do that for the next month or two, hopefully we have that long, you'll have a good little supply of canned goods. And canned goods has store-bought canned goods, like soups and meats and beans and stuff like that, has a decent shelf life as long as the can is solid. Is it rusted? Is it leaking? And when you open it up, it goes and it smells good. Then you know that the food is good, so it'll last usually far past the best buy date. That best buy date just means that it's guaranteed up to that point in time to have all the taste and nutritional value. But as far as being good to eat, it's good to eat much longer than that best buy date. Like I said, as long as the can is good, the can is not leaking, the can is not rusted through, then the food inside is still yet good to eat. So canned goods is something I store quite a bit of back. Stuff like, cornmeal, flour, salt, spices, dried beans, oats, just whatever has a good shelf life and that you like to eat. Take that $20 every week and spend that on extra food and supplies. But especially, like I said, food, I think is going to be one of the most important things is going to be food. Put that back for as long as you possibly can, because like I said, chaos is coming. If you look at what the government's doing, what they're saying, and anyone with the brain can see that they are expecting extreme chaos. When they're getting the military ready to shoot on United States citizens and changing the rules right before this election, I think that's why they're doing this for, because they think after this election or selection, whatever happens, whatever they have planned, they think there's going to be a lot of chaos. And it's going to be enough that they're going to have the active military inside the United States to be able to fire on U.S. citizens. I know it sounds totally wacko thinking about this, or even talking about this, because stuff like this was considered conspiracy theory, just a few years ago. But now, here it is. Here it is, guys. So, $20 a week. Stop messing around. At least $20 a week. If you can afford more, then by all means, do more than that $20 a week. If you can afford 40, do that. If you can afford 100, do that until you get a good stockpile. A 6-month supply would be great. More is even better, but you want to put back at least $20 a week. If you can't afford that, then just do 10. If you can't do 10, do 5. I mean, $5 will buy, a couple of cans of canned food. 2 cans isn't much, but it beats no cans at all. Do what you can to get prepared and to build on your food storage. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate you all being here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.